Our YouTubers, I'm back again in this ridiculous pirate costume. I thought I'd only be wearing it one more time when I completed the pirate cake, but I've been working on the design for it, and I realized that no pirate cake is complete without a treasure chest. I looked around and I really couldn't find a good one, so I decided to make my own. I had black fondant and white fondant and Rice Krispies treats left from the Black Pearl Pirate Ship cake topper that we made in the previous video. So I decided to make my own. This is what I came up with. I hope you like it. Let's go ahead and get started. To make the lid for the chest, use a serrated knife and slowly cut away little pieces of the Rice Krispie treat. Cut at a little bit of an angle from the middle. We want to round off the edges and make the top slightly rounded. Just cut a little bit at a time. Then you can also use your fingers to round off the top. Next, we're going to cover the bottom of our lid in fondant. Roll out some black fondant. Put a little water on top. Lay your lid down, and then you can use a knife or a pizza cutter to carefully trim around all four edges. I cut a long strip of fondant with a nice straight edge, and I've gone ahead and started one side here. I'm going to cover both of these short ends and one of the longer ends, and I'm having it stick up about a ½ an inch above the top of the Rice Krispie treat. It's important to get a nice straight edge and get them as even as possible so you get a nice boxy look. I'm going to worry about covering the back after I get the front and sides covered. I got the three sides covered with fondant. I put in a couple plank lines as well around it. Now we're going to let this dry while we work on the lid. I got the sides of the lid covered. I just laid it on some fondant and then carefully cut around it. Now I'm ready to cover the top. So I have a piece of fondant that I rolled out fairly thin, and I'm going to drape it over the top, make sure it adheres, and then carefully trim around the edges. I have the lid all covered in fondant now. I put in the plank lines, and now we're going to let both of these pieces dry overnight. We're ready to paint our treasure chest. I let everything dry overnight, actually in front of a fan, so that it would dry a bit faster. We want to be really careful along the walls that we've built that stick up above the Rice Krispie treat. I covered the back of the chest. You only want to go up to the top of the Rice Krispie treat. You don't want to go above, because we want our lid to fit inside of the lower part of our chest. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint it. I've mixed some brown food color with some vodka. I'm going to use artist brushes and my chip brush to do it just like we did on the pirate ship. I got our treasure chest painted. Now we're going to have to wait several days at least for the paint to dry before we can start adding some decoration. I made some hardware for our treasure chest. I made a latch for the lid. I just used a small leaf cookie cutter and punched a hole through it. I made a little lock out of just a rectangle of fondant. And then I made two handles for the sides. I just made some little circles of fondant and made a snake and attached them together. I made them all out of black fondant and then sprayed them with the Wilton Gold Color Mist. After I put the hardware on, I painted 2 toothpicks black with some food color, and I measured them to the height that I want my lid to stay propped open. You can prop it open as much or as little as you want. Now it's time to fill our treasure chest. Our chest is filled up with pirate loot now. I made some little gold coins just out of white fondant and sprayed them with the color mist, and rolled some balls of white fondant to make some pearls, and then I broke up a blue, red, and green Jolly Rancher and put little pieces in there for jewels. You could also fill it with M&Ms or those gold chocolate coins that you can get, or Jolly Ranchers, any small candy that you want. And here is our completed Pirate's Chest. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you think this treasure chest is really cute. Please join our channel. If you're a new subscriber or already subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit the notify button so you'll be alerted anytime we upload a new video. We hope to see you back soon.